Welcome to the TechSource.tv. My name is Dan, and today you are acquainted with the Phantom 410 Special Edition. Well, what's the Special Edition get you? Well, it gets you 4 different colors over your standard 410. It's pretty much the exact same case in 4 new exciting colors, which is awesome. So the original Phantom came in white, red, and black. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm 99% sure those are the colors that did come in. If you are getting the 410 SE and you want to pick one of those up, well, you can get it in other really cool colors. So we have the black and orange, which I personally think was one of my favorite colors. Also, there's the white with blue trim. Also, gunmetal. I've seen it in person. Looks awesome. Just looks sweet. Also, you can get it, if you don't like orange trim, you can get it the black with white trim as well. So that looked pretty sweet as well. Anyways, guys, we're going to show you the ins and outs of this case and see what's what. So, the front of the case, as you can see, there's a headphone, microphone, 2 USB 2s, 2 USB 3s, a fan controller. Current setting is high, medium, low. Moving over to the other side of the case, we find a reset and power button. Moving our way down, as you can see, it's super glossy. You push this little door open, opens up and reveals 3 DVD drive bays, or 5 1/4. Also, you got this really cool NZXT logo right here, Phantom 410. These are super easy to remove. Just put your finger in, pull them out, and put them back in. Super cool. And you just push that back. You got to really push it firm though, which I'd prefer they maybe did magnets. Then we have a bottom ventilation slot. NZXT provides you with a 120mm included fan that's non-LED. Your LSU plate gets installed there as well, but I don't like them because they restrict airflow. So I don't put them in, or also I lose them all the time. 2 holes for water cooling tubes to go in, extra ventilation, 7 expansion slots for your video cards, sound cards, whatever you want. Moving down, we have a power supply as well, and on all sides of the case, on both sides, so 2 thumb screws there, and there is 2 thumb screws there. So to take off the sides is very simple, and they also got these convenient handles there and there, which is cool. So there you guys go, back of the case. Okay, so the side of the case, as you can see, it's got this great window. You have a great view of your RAM, a little bit of your motherboard, your CPU cooler. In our case, it's the amazing stock Intel cooler, which is super small and useless if you want to overclock, but if you aren't doing those things, it's a great stock CPU cooler. Then you have a bottom ventilated slot, which is great for adding extra fans to cool your motherboards / video cards. You can do 120 or 140. The restriction on it's fairly low. They got decent sized holes. No dust filter, but that's okay. And let's go ahead and remove the side, I guess. So that's really all about on the side of the case. And it's super glossy. I'm tripping over cables now. So when you do remove the side, it just slides off. And you're greeted with actually a really nice interior of this case. So I'm going to quickly show you guys just a quick overview here. So as you can see, all the cables overall clean up really nice. When I posted the picture on this on Facebook about 2 to 3 days before I posted this review, everyone was like, damn, that's a sexy rig. It looks awesome. They're asking what specs were in here. Honestly, it's not even that crazy of a PC. It's like, yeah, it's Ivy Bridge based, but the video card's only a GTX 560. And it only has 8 gigs of RAM and a single hard drive. It's nothing special. It cleans up really well, this case, because of its awesome cable management. So I'm going to quickly go over some of the features before I go over the cable management, because that's a big thing. So I'm just going to quickly go over some of the cool features that NZXT did include on the inside. So let's quickly look at their DVD drive bays. We got 3 toolless DVD drive bays. Plus, it also includes thumb screws for each of them if you want to completely secure your drives down. Now, moving down, we have our 6 DVD drive bays. Now, the top 4 are actually removable. If you just pull on these 2 tabs, the whole thing comes out, which is awesome. Also, what I like that I put on the top DVD drive tray is this fan mount. So as you can see, there's a fan actually mounted right here. And you can angle it and adjust it to the airflow that you need according to your rig. Now, the only downside about this is because having that fan, you won't be able to put longer video cards. So you'll have to take the fan out or not install it if you want to put stupid long video cards, or take the whole DVD tray out overall. Because you can put 2 120mm fans in the front of the case anyway. So if you take that out, you're not really losing out on much airflow, but this is like super direct airflow right on your chipset, right on your motherboard. I mean, well, that's the same thing. On your video card is the main thing. So especially a video card like this one that has airflow into the case, that's a big bonus to that video card. It'll make it run way cooler and quieter because the actual video card fan won't have to ramp up as much, which is great. And then you'll be left with 2 DVD drive bays if you do take out that whole tray system. Also, I mentioned already before, you can put 120 on the bottom, right there. And now, and finally, they did include some thumb screws there for your expansion bays. Pretty standard stuff. One included 120mm fan in the front, one in the rear, and there's also 140 at the top that has white LEDs. Now, I added an extra white LED fan, which is not included. That's an NZXT FZ fan, and that has white LEDs on it, so that's a really sick fan. And if you want to check out the review for that, annotation is on it. Anyways, moving on to cable management. In the top of the case, you can see there is a hole for our 8-pin right there, and there's another hole right about here. It's kind of hard to see with the light. It's a bit of a dark spot. And it's actually in perfect locations for, say, cables, for your fan headers or your 8-pin. Depending on your motherboard, they're in really good locations because in some different motherboards, they're mounted in those rough locations. So NZXT, good job on that. And also, you could put an extra 140 in the top or 120, and it supports radiator support for 2x120 rads. Just wanted to add a note for that, so you can do that right up there. Also, going down here, you can see they got the motherboard pin connector perfectly mounted, which is awesome. And also, for our case, our USB 3.0 header is right there as well, so that was awesome. And a really quick note, check out the USB 3 header cable. It's actually flat. So here, let me pull it out. It's actually flat, like a serial ATA cable, which is sweet. Made great for cable management. I love how NZXT did that. Also, underneath the fan, if I loosen this thumb screw and push the fan down a little bit, you can see there's another rubber grommeted header. Rubber grommeted spot underneath the fan. Now, I can't really push my fan all the way back because I got a couple cables behind it. But if our motherboard did have a proper way of putting serial ATA cables in, not the old school way, it would be a lot nicer for cable management, and I'd be able to use that rubber grommet. But I did use that rubber grommet for that fan. Moving down, we have 2 little extra holes down here for, say, our front panel, USB 3, all that fun stuff. So no rubber grommet on that, which is fine by me. Also, I ran our video card cable through that, and it actually looks really sharp like that. And finally, there is an extra large rubber grommet at the bottom. It's perfect because I was able to push all the power supply cables in with no problem, and they went in really easily. So let's go ahead, flip this case around, take the back off. I'll show you what's what on the back. Back of the motherboard tray. So there's actually, I'm going to measure it quickly. So we got our awesome ruler here. I'm going to measure it in centimeters because I'm Canadian. We use metric. So put it on here, put my finger there. We got exactly 2 centimeters of room, which is a lot of room for a motherboard tray. So 2 centimeters is plenty to run your 24-pin, as you can see here. Also, extra cables that are bundled up like this if you have a non-modular power supply, like our setup here. Also, we ran our 8-pin up nicely, fit perfectly. So it is a little tight, but it worked perfectly with our power supply. I probably could have made it be a little bit looser, but yeah, it worked all right. Also, a really cool thing is check out the hard drive bays. They actually slide in backwards. So in most cases, you actually don't take your hard drives out this way. You actually put them in the other way, from the front. You put your hard drives in front. Well, NZXT changed that way around. They did it from the back. I think it's just a better idea. They did that first on the Switch 810 that I noticed. If they did it on other cases, then hell, that's a damn good idea. Also, lots of room here to even hide cables underneath your hard drive. Hide cables down on the bottom right there, which is great. All the front panel connectors are all black. There's actually a lot of fans you can plug into the fan controller. Let's just do a quick count here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fans you can plug into this. Now we only have 4, which is fine. All the included fans and the 1 extra I did add, but it does a really good job actually. So also, really other cool thing I want to point out is there's lots of places to tie down cables. So you got places up here, all the way up here, going down here. We have a bunch here and all up here. The only place, and there's actually a few here too as well. So there's lots of places to tie down your cables, anchor them, and make it easier for putting the side panel on. So now let's do the ultimate test. Can you slide the side panel on without putting the case flat and really pushing it? So let's see what happens. Yes, you can. All right, so conclusions, thoughts, all that good stuff. So what do we think about this case? Well, overall, it's a great package. Comes with tons of cool stuff in it. Lots of room behind the motherboard tray. Amazing airflow. Great options with fans. So you can do 2 in the top, 2 in the front, 1 on the side, 1 on the bottom, 1 in the middle, and comes with 1 in the rear. So it comes with 3 included fans, which is a great start. You can include more fans, and you have a fan controller that controls up to 6 fans. So you can pretty much control all the fans on the case. Cool stuff there. Also, love the DVD drive system. I mean, not the DVD drive system, but I like the hard drive system. How you can remove 4 of the drive bays, how the drives mount from behind. Also, when you do remove the 4, you still got 2, which is great, and you get a lot more direct airflow. And also, by doing that, you get room for massive video cards that, well, there is no such thing as a video card that big in existence, so you're good for that. So you never have to worry about video card room. But if you do keep the tray in and you put that fan there, you are limiting your room for video cards. It's going to be a little tighter. But with that fan, I said that center fan you can put here, it's really great because you get direct airflow on your chipset, motherboard, and all that good stuff. Amazing cable management, love it. Internal USB 3 header, which is a great plus, but at the same time, I'd like to see a step down to go back to USB 2.0 for the people who have older motherboards. This is kind of a nice thing to have. I've seen it on other cases, don't know why you can't do it on here. The only reason why I'd see why they didn't include it is because all modern motherboards now have internal USB 3, so there's no point of going back and supporting legacy. So I guess I see where they're coming from, but at the same time, it'd be nice to have it. So that's really about it. Basically, this case comes in at a great price. It's about $100 I saw at my local store, so that's not that bad. You're getting a really good value for what it is. It's a really nice case and really nice package. So if you are looking for a mid-tower case that isn't going to break the bank, this is one to definitely really check out. Since there is 7 different colors you can pick from, I wouldn't doubt you'll find a color that'll suit your needs or something that you will like. Maybe the styling isn't for everyone, but I love the styling personally. I have a friend that has a original Phantom in white. We literally, when we were building a PC, we built it pretty much when the Phantom came out. We were looking for a case, and I'm like, dude, wait for the Phantom to come out. I saw it was coming out, and we were like, okay, let's buy it. So we bought that case, and he loves it to this day. And when I showed him pictures of this, he's like, I'm going to get rid of my Phantom and buy this one now, because he's saying his full-size Phantom is a little too big, and he wants something a little bit smaller now because he's moved and he's got a little bit smaller of a place. He still loves the Phantom, but he wants something that's a little bit smaller, and he was floored when I showed him this case, and he's like, I gotta have it. So that's pretty awesome. So he's a hardcore Phantom fan, and I love the Phantom already. It was a great case to begin with, and I like how they did shrink the case, and none of the proportions really got ruined. They kept all the great styling. Honestly, when I went to see the full-size Phantom at the store the other day, I was like, geez, that thing's massive compared to this one, but the styling's still there. They didn't ruin it all, which is great, so I really like that. But anyways, guys, this is the Tech Source Phantom 410 SE in black and orange. We really highly recommend this case if you're looking for a mid-tower. If you're into full towers, then, well, this isn't really something for you, but if you're into mid-towers and you're looking for something that's not going to break the bank, this is one to really check out, so highly recommend it. It's great value, so it's a really nice case. It's going to suck because I have to rip it apart soon and then go put all this hardware in another case. It's going to be sad. Oh, well. Life of a reviewer. Anyways, we'll see you guys next time on the TechSource.tv. Remember to check out other videos and check out our Facebook page because we posted really cool pictures of this before the review went out. Yeah, I usually do that. I take pictures before reviews go out. And a lot of people were like, damn, that's a nice looking case. So it's not just me saying it's a good looking case and a good case. A lot of people really like the Phantom, and a lot of people really like the Phantom line. and it is a very good line of cases, so it's really nice. So anyways, guys, this is the Phantom 410. See you next time.